y'all, so today I'm going to talk about the new NYX Highlight and Contour Palette. I am so excited about this, guys. I don't even know where to start. Okay, so all the rage now are these highlight and contouring palettes. There are so many brands, just to name a few that are really popular right now, like the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Too Faced just came out with one, and probably the most popular one is the Anastasia contour kit, which I actually had and returned. I'll get to that in a second. But there aren't really any like drugstore highlight and contour palettes. So I was so excited when NYX came out with theirs, because not everyone has or wants to spend $40 and up on a highlight and contour palette. So this is the NYX one, and this one is $24.99. It comes with 8 shades, and that is another benefit to this. This actually has more shades than the higher end palettes. The higher ends usually have 6. I know for a fact the Anastasia and the Kat Von D only have 6 shades. So I feel like this is very versatile. Anyone, any skin tone can use this. And just like the Anastasia, you can buy replacements. Like these pop out. Right now they don't have them for sale yet, because this did just come out not that long ago. So probably very soon, because they did make it to where, you know, you can change these and customize your palette. So I'm sure they'll be on the market fairly soon. But you know, if you have one shade that you favor that you've used up, instead of buying a whole new palette, you can buy the replacement and just replace, you know, your little pot. So that's another plus to this. Now, it does have all matte shades except for 2. These 2 on the end are your highlight shades. These are like a pearly. All these are matte, and these 2 are matte. Now, the one that I'm liking most to contour with is this one. This is more of your taupe shade. And you want to use more of like a taupe shade when you're highlighting, instead of like a warm brown. This is more of like your bronzing shades. But so yeah, wide variety. You've got like a dark milk chocolate, more of like your taupe, then like a lighter brown, and then more of like a redder brown. I did use this today. I am going to follow up with a demo if you want to see how I contoured and highlighted. So I did use this today. I used these 2 to set my under eye and down the T-zone, this to contour, this to warm up my face, and then I actually used this shade as a highlight. Super, super easy, guys. And then I also used it with this brush. This is the Real Techniques sculpting brush. I believe this was $10. And at Ulta, you can usually always get the Real Techniques brushes, buy one, get one half off. So just a FYI. But I really, really, really recommend this brush to contour with. I didn't use this to do my highlighting and setting with. I used some other brushes that I'll recommend later in the video. But I highly recommend this with this palette to contour. Now, I'm going to do some swatches and kind of tell you about the you know, consistency. These are very, very, very pigmented and very powdery. So you do need to be careful. And you'll see later in the video when I go to do my contouring, it's like, whoa, like the pigment and the color payoff is crazy. So you really need to make sure that you're only touching your brush once and tapping off the excess, because it can get bad really quick. So just beware of that. Now, for the shade colors, I'm just going to do a swatch here. So that's the top 4 shades. This is going to be your like peachy highlight, your banana shade, your like matte nude shade, and then your like white highlight there. Then down on the bottom, this is going to be like your dark, the darkest shade. This is going to be your taupe shade. This is going to be your like warm bronzing shade, and then more of your like red bronze shade. So you can see very pigmented. Now, back to what I was saying about the Anastasia contour kit. That kit is $40. You only get 6 shades, And to be honest, guys, I got it and returned it. I did not like it at all. The shade range, I feel like, doesn't go with every skin tone. The colors just didn't fit for me. And the pans were so small, they were like eyeshadows. I couldn't fit a brush into the pan to get a nice color payoff. So to be honest, guys, if you're looking into a highlight and contour palette, this does get mixed reviews. I feel like a lot of people either love it or hate it. I'm one of the ones that love it for many reasons. The color payoff, the pigment, the color range. You get 8 colors versus 6 colors, and the price for $25. I feel like this is comparable to a high-end product or better. So I think that's all I have to say about this. Definitely check it out. I did check this morning on the NYX website. It is sold out, but you can still get it at Ulta.com. And you can also get this brush at Ulta.com as well. So if you want to see how I contour and highlight, just keep watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. Okay, so I've got my foundation, concealer, and eyebrows done. So now I'm just going to show you how I pretty much set everything and contour and highlight. So we've got our NYX palette. And first things first is I always do my foundation, concealer, brows, because while everything's setting, that's when I do my brows. So it just gives a chance for the foundation and concealer to set, do my brows, then I come back, you know, to set everything. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use this angled, I believe this is a blush brush from e.l.f. This brush is awesome to set your under eye. It's also really good to do highlight. I mean, it's just an awesome brush, and I think it's $3. So I definitely recommend this. And I'm gonna actually mix these two shades. So you've got like a banana and a cream matte shade here. So I'm just gonna mix these two. Now these are very powdery, and then we're just gonna set underneath, and then I actually bring it up on top of my eye. Okay. Then I'm also going to take that and set kind of like my T-zone where I put concealer. Okay, now for the fun part. We're going to go in with our Real Techniques sculpting brush. This brush is amazing. It is new. It's from their new sculpting line, I believe. I think they've got 2 others. But this brush is so awesome to get in there and really get your contour, you know, around the face. So I'm going to go in with this shade here, and this is the lightest. It's like a taupe shade. And that's usually the shade that you want to use to do contouring. Is more like a taupey color. Taupey. So we're just going to tap that, kind of blow off the excess because it is very powdery. Now, where you put your brush first is going to be where the most product is. So you want to start it out here. And if you, I can see where I want to put it. If you have a hard time kind of finding where the hollows of your cheeks are, just make a fish face like that and you can find it. And you don't want to bring it in too far. You want to bring it to about right there. Bringing it all the way in is a no-no. Okay. Then kind of once you got your line down, you blend up and in circular motions. Never blend down. Okay? So you can see what a difference that makes. Then while we're on this side, we're going to go ahead and contour our temples, same color. Now this you want to keep kind of close to the hairline. And you can see how pigmented that is. That's okay, because this brush really helps blend it out. So the darkest stays on the outside of the face, lightest in the center. Then if you don't have a very pronounced jawline, you can also contour your jawline. I don't hardly ever do this, but we'll do it today. You can just drag that down some. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and do my nose. Now some people really like to go in and really contour out their nose. I don't do that because sometimes I think it can look really bad. So what I do is I just kind of go along the outside like this. Very easy. So you can already tell the difference in one side versus the other. This just really helps bring out the features. So I'm just going to go into the other side. Gotta make this a little bit darker since that's so dark. And that is why you do have to be careful with these because they are so pigmented. Okay. Then last but not least for the contouring is I go in my upper, no, this is not upper, this is lower. Your lower lip, just in this crease here, and that really helps accentuate your bottom lip and help it stick out a little bit. Just like that, okay? So for the most part, your contouring is done. Then I do like to go in and just kind of bronze up the face all over. And for that, in this palette, I like to use this warm shade here. Now this is where you want a really, woo! This is where you want a really light hand. So I'm just gonna use a big fluffy powder brush. Just tap it, kind of shake off the excess. And this is just gonna kind of go all over the face. Okay. Then for blush, I'm going to apply just a matte blush because we're going to use the highlighter out of that palette, and I really want you to be able to see it. So I'm just going to use, if I can get it open, the Milani Romantic Rose with another Real Techniques brush. This is just their blush brush. And you really want to kind of focus this on top of where you put your contour. Now for highlight. In this palette, you do have two highlight shades. You kind of have like a pearly and then a white here. Another Real Techniques brush. And I don't even know, this brush does have a name. Setting brush. So this is also a good one for under the eye, but I like to use this for my highlight. Today, I think I'm going to use, I'm just going to use this really pearly white shade. And then you focus your highlight kind of on the top of your cheekbone here. And I don't know if you can see that, but it is a beautiful highlight. Because I do like a more, defined highlight. If you wanted, a sweep of highlight across. Woo, girl, you can see the sheen there. If you like, you know, a sweep of highlight just across the cheek, you can use a bigger brush, but this is going to give you a more precise application. And then I'm going to take this down the nose and then on the Cupid's bow. Okay, so that pretty much finishes out our highlighting and contouring routine. I think it's really easy. Anyone can do it. And so then you just go finish out with your eyeshadow. And I have a hair in my face. Okay guys, so that's it. 2 thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.